Hello, my name is Daniel Findleton, and this is my midterm assignment for UIT's INFR 3110U Game Engines Design and Implementation for Fall 2020. And welcome to Dan's Recursive Maze Nightmare. So before we get into the maze itself, I would like to first state that all of the assets have been created with Pro Builder, and all of the models and textures were created by me. So as we enter, so this is not a proper maze. I wanted to begin with a demonstration of the various tiles found within the maze before we enter the maze proper. So here we start in our spawn room, simple enough. And as we walk out, we can see we have a moving wall tile which pushes the player towards like the offset. That was a pit trap tile. It essentially has a trigger that when you step onto the trigger, the floor gives away, leaving a pit which, if I fall into, will kill me and I will respawn back at the spawn room. The walls in the moving walls tile are on a track, and its position will lerp between the 2 points on the track, and it will go forwards and backwards infinitely. Here we have a moving platform tile. This again follows a track and will lerp between the tracks. But the difference between the moving platform and the moving wall is the moving platform will allow the player to ride it to their preferred destination. The following tile is a checkpoint tile. So if I step here, the checkpoint will light up, indicating that I have activated this checkpoint. My score will increase by 100 points, and now whenever I die, I will respawn back at the checkpoint rather than before where we respawned in the spawn room. This again works with a trigger. So once the player enters the trigger, it activates the checkpoint. It sets the player's new spawn point to the checkpoint's spawn point. Here we have a fairly simple platformer style tile, so you just have to jump over onto the tile and you can jump to the other side. And we have another moving wall tile. It functions identically to the previous moving wall tile, only the track that it follows works differently. Finally, we have the ending tile, which when I approach the totem, there is a trigger which will bring us into the results page. And so here is the results page, which displays the last 5 checkpoints reached, including the victories timer. We'll dive further into how we are recording our timestamps in a separate video. Now that I have displayed the different tiles, let's move on to an actual maze. So here we have our maze from a different angle. The maze is randomly generated, and I will explain that process in a different video. But for now, this is what the maze looks like with all of its winding paths and false walls and false platforms. Once I enter the end room, we'll go back to the results page. As you can see, there are multiple checkpoints throughout the map. not just on the main path to the exit, but there are some decoy checkpoints along various nooks and crannies of the map. Here we have what the results will look like in an actual game. Thank you very much. In the next part, we'll go over the results and the plugin associated with it.